Okay, moment of truth. We're going to check to see if the decoder is hooked up correctly and the locomotive moves the correct way. And we have programmed just this part in JMRI, and it's up and ready. And now I'm going to show you the first thing to look for when you're setting up a Tsunami2. Notice we haven't hooked up speakers. We got speakers and we got lights and everything. They're ready to go. But first we got to make sure it works. And remember when I told you to put these things on? This little bit of heat shrink tube here, because these wires are close to these drive shafts, and that'll prevent them from wrapping, which is bad. You don't want them to wrap around. But that little piece of heat shrink will do the trick and keep them from wrapping. Okay, so now and what I've got here is I got my pad, and I've got engine driver pulled up, and this is number 617. As you can see here on the fourth one, he's already selected. And now if I hit the button right here, there, green, power's on, everything's on. Let's take a look. We should see a blue light, and there it is. Okay, that blue light is like an indicator that it is operational. It's ready to go. So let's give it a little try here. Now what I did was I changed it to speed table. So you have, you got two choices in here. One is basic speed, which is like 3 positions, a slow, a medium, and a fast. The speed table is 28 speed steps, and I always set step 1 when I'm first trying something. Step 1, I set that to 16, and I set 28 to 240, so it never maxes out at 255. Also, I set the deceleration setting on this locomotive to 1. I left acceleration alone at 0, and I set decel to 1. That gives it some, well, you'll see, kind of a flywheel effect. And even though we got flywheels in there, let's see, does it work? All right, I got it set to go forward. So let's take a look there. Now, what's the rule? Red is always right. Here's red wires, red rail. We should be facing to the front. On our pad there, it should say forward with a green light, and it does. So now if I advance the throttle a little bit here, if I move this slider up, it should move to the right. And it does. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. There's 1. There's speed step 1. Pretty good. We can just hit reverse. Now that is what we really like. I like having speed step 1 giving us a turn. And we got a turn. Okay, now let's see. Is he set up nicely? Yes, he is. Yes, he's set up nicely. Okay, we're at speed. Whoa, not that way. Okay. It's not the way we're going. Get back on here. Did we pop it? Yes, we did. Hit the breaker came on. Okay. Whoa. Stop. Stop. Come back over here. Oh, I see. We had a shaft come out, didn't we? Now, okay, we have a shaft out. So what we're gonna do, kill the power. Kill the power, let's work this problem. And I'll show you why the shaft came out. That tells you one thing. All right, what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the shaft back in to his socket. This one in our little guy here. We're going to put him back in to his socket right there. Give him a turn. Okay, so why would he pop out? I'll tell you why. Because what you gotta do, you gotta take a screwdriver. And let's take a smaller one. We gotta get it wedged right here. We need to tighten them up just a bit. Just a little bit. We're going to do that by pushing this guy ahead farther so that when he turns, that he doesn't, as I can see right now, that the joint here is not, there we go. Oh yeah, there we go. That's pretty good. Let's do that on this other one too. Let's give him just a, there. You'll feel it. It'll give way just a tiny bit, and then you'll know that you got the shaft in there. And now, let's try that same maneuver all over again. Oh, there we go. No problem. See, okay. Wait, okay, watch this now. Okay, I'm gonna watch on the pad. Okay, he's gonna go forward, and then I'm gonna see what happens if I go like this, I hit stop. See how he still rolls a little bit? That is our deceleration. That's what it does. It coasts. And there we have it. We're now ready to move on and go ahead, hook up sound and lights.